In this video, we're going to go over some tips that will help you create your own high-quality gear demo videos, so stick around. Hey everyone, Eric here. Welcome to my channel where I make gear demos and instructional videos like this one aimed to help musicians like you. So maybe you've been thinking about starting your own demo channel, or maybe you're like me and you just like watching YouTube videos about gear and video equipment and all this other stuff all the time. Either way, we're going to go over some tips that will help you make high quality gear demos. So let's start with the first and most important part of any gear demo, and that is audio. You need to have high quality audio to keep the viewer engaged and not clicking away from your video. People will watch videos that sound good but look bad more than they'll watch videos that look good but sound bad. So you need to get the highest quality audio that you can in order to keep that viewer's interest. And that's okay, because today we have so many technologies, pedals, interfaces, all this equipment that make recording high quality guitar sounds super easy. We have cabinet simulator pedals, amps with speaker emulated line outs. We have load boxes where you can plug your tube amp into the load box and then take a line out into your interface. And then of course, you can always mic up an amp. One tip, if you're miking up an amp, you'll want to make sure that you turn the amp up loud enough so when you're recording, the microphone doesn't pick up the acoustic pick attack on your strings. And I definitely recommend recording into your computer so you can have that highest quality sound and you can sync it with video later, which we'll talk about here in a second. So next is video. We're talking about cameras and lenses and lights. Even cell phones today record great video that you can use for your gear demos. I use the Sony a7S, which is filming me right now, but you can use your phone, you can use camcorders, you can use whatever you have at your disposal, you can use to get great video quality. So when you set up your video frame, there are a couple things that you want to keep in mind. First is background. So you'll see here that my background is mostly black with a couple out of focus lights here. You don't want anything super distracting in your background because you want the focus to be on you playing or the piece of gear that you're demoing. For example, this would be kind of distracting, but it is a guitar, so it sort of makes sense. But this is kind of what I'm talking about. You have like out of focus lights over here, but then you have this, which is a little distracting. So you don't want any of that in the frame. So next is lighting. And lighting is going to play the most important part of getting high quality video in whatever device that you're using. So the general rule of thumb is to get as much light as you can at all times, especially if you're using a cell phone, because those sensors aren't super great in low light. The camera that I'm using has a full frame sensor, so it's a little bit better. I don't have to get like super huge lights. And I just use these soft boxes that I got off Amazon. By the way, if you're curious about any of the gear I use to make this video or any of the other videos on my channel, you can check the description below for links. I've got a list of camera gear that I use. So I got these off Amazon. They're just cheap, affordable soft boxes with normal LED lights that I bought from Walmart. Another thing to keep in mind is that you don't want to use the normal ceiling lighting because that doesn't really flatter the face or even the pedal really. You want to control your lighting as much as possible. So let's go ahead and check out what the ceiling light right above me looks like. I'm going to turn off these lights that I have that are lighting me right now and see what the ceiling light looks like when it's just that. So this is lighting me from above, from the ceiling. You can see it's pretty unflattering. I've got shadows like right here in my eyes. My nose casts a shadow. My head casts a shadow on my chest right here. This environment is not very controlled. We've got one source of light that's just coming straight down, shining on my bald head and shining on the background. So let's switch to the other one. See how much better that looks? The goal is to remove the top light and bring the lights down, shining forward at your face or the pedal or whatever you choose to put in your frame. So you've got your audio ready to record, you got your track armed, you got your video ready to record, you're ready to hit that record button on both the audio and the video. Once you do that, once you start recording on both the audio and video, you'll want to make a really loud Stark sound, maybe like a clap. That was bad. A lot of times I will rake my pick across the strings really quick. And what that does is it gives you a visual representation when you sync your audio and your video up in your computer later. And this is similar to, you know, the clapboards that people have on film sets? It's the same idea. Whenever those clapboards hit down, it makes a really short, loud sound that in post, when you bring everything in, you can look at it and you can see that spike, a waveform spike, and you can sync all the video and audio files easily just by lining up that spike. So there are your tips about how to record your own gear demos. And let me know in the comments below, did you like this video? Did you find it helpful? Also, let me know in the comments below, what type of video do you want to record from these tips? Are you going to make a gear demo? Are you going to make a storytelling video? Are you going to record your own band? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. And again, if you want to check out any of the gear I mentioned or any of the gear I use to make all of my other videos here on the channel, be sure to check the description below for links. Thanks so much.